Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Farthest Frontier, where we are going to be working today on starting to decorate the place a little bit, doing what Geekism does best, if you don't mind me saying, and that's making the place look a little bit nicer. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to try and increase the desirability of our houses over here, and it looks like it just so happens also we need to upgrade our town centre. So to upgrade we need to have 8 shelters, which we do, we need to have a market and 30 population, all of which we do have, and then we also now need in the supplies lots of planks and lots of stone, and we can upgrade it. Now I don't actually know what our upgrade gets us. I don't know if it actually, no, this is just different menu. I don't know what the upgrade actually tells us it's going to do, but we'll click upgrade and see what happens. I think it might just be, excuse me, my microphone, it might just be that some of these buildings require a tier 2, for instance that one there, the barn requires a tier 2 town centre, so it may well just be that we need to do this to unlock tier 2, like tier 2 in general across all of them here is unlocked by this, and this will get done very quickly, so hopefully we'll be able to see here housing, we are able to build our temp shelter, services, we can build a healer's house, a trading post, that's a big one for us, school, festival pole, rat catcher and temple. Housing, like I say, the houses just upgrade themselves. Well, let's see here, look, as this gets finished, let's see if it doesn't just unlock these for us. Yeah, it does. Oh, it actually gave us a slightly bigger fog of war on there as well, I think, so that's interesting, and it just looks a bit cooler as well, which is nice. Our next one needs 25 homesteads, wow, a school, a trading post, and 150 population. Okay, so we're way off that. Build a new school to set this town apart. Okay, so school is definitely the next thing that's sort of next sort of municipal building, but before we do that, if we take a look at our population here, and we take a look at the happiness, here we go. Some of your villages are without shoes. I mean, we can't be building schools when people don't have things on their feet and they're using worn-out clothes. So clothes and shoes need to be the next big one. Now we are generating coats here. We'll now up that to 2, seeing as we do have a few people idle, I think. Let's have a look. Labourers 14, yeah, so we're more than enough to open a second coat there, but I don't believe we actually set up the shoemakers in the last one, so let's go to resources and have a look here. Compost yard, basket shop, Fletcher, cobbler. So cobbler needs to happen. Now I don't think cobblers affect the way, the desirability of the area, so that's good. So I wonder if actually we can stick the cobblers down on the road here. Let's go there. They'll get started on that. And then there's also a few other buildings in that area there that before we even start moving on to this larger stuff like pottery and what have you that we just don't have set up and we could do with. So first of all, where's the wagon? Stable, clay, iron. A wagon shop founding storage. Yes, we need this wagon shop here. Basically, it's a weird one, this, because it looks like it generates wagons. What it does is it makes a wagon, and the person who works the wagon just moves around the town and gets resources to where they need to be. So we're going to build this wagon store just here on the further side of the storage there, so at least the one end of its track is going to be where it needs to be, and we'll get some roads in as well. Actually quite like this area being square. So I'm actually going to try and do that as best I can. There we go. We'll keep the town centre a bit square, and then we sort of branch off into things as we go. They're sort of building all of those. So what we can do now is we could build a little road just off here, sort of join them up, and now we've got a little spot here for a couple more buildings. Villager being born, that's good. Has that gone up already? It's hiding in the woods, but there is a building there. Keralt, the cobbler, is producing a couple of pairs of shoes. So hopefully we'll see now these numbers, 65 and 67 and 65, so it's already trickling up, that's good. We'll see those numbers going up as people are going on. And the only one we don't have is spirituality. Now, I do wonder... 70, great. So the shoes are really getting out there. Clothes doesn't seem to be keeping up so much. Do we put... Building does not have access to a clean water source. Build a well nearby. Did we not build a well? Is this not close enough? Do we reallocate this well here? There's probably not going to be much else there. I mean, it's going to be dead body water right next to the graveyard, but that's they don't seem to mind, so whatever. This needs... Oh, these arrows. Yes, of course. Fletchers. Yes, that was the other building that we didn't build last time in resources, but we can put that in now. Where is it? Fletcher building. I'm actually going to put it here because it's, you know, the only places it serves right now, at least, are the hunter shacks. I think eventually it'll serve any sort of garrisons and what have you have, but for now at least they're going to do that. So does that mean we're not getting meat, or are the hunters just getting out there with like their bare hands? Let's see what it says. Yeah, unable to work, and the reason the villagers no ammo for their ranged weapon. Range attacks will be impossible until more is collected. Yeah, so sorry, we're deerless right now. We're deer meat, and that could be a problem with the clothes as well. Storage. There are 9 hide coats. So why then? Why are people struggling with coats if there are 9 just sat in the storage there? That seems confusing to me. Does the market not have coats in it? I suppose it isn't the sort of thing that gets moved, is it? No. Then we can upgrade the market at some point as well, which is just going to be good, but we need bricks for that. A lot of gold, which we will get eventually, and planks, but bricks we're not even close to yet because we don't have clay. It's telling us we're low on wood planks, but that's mostly just because we've just done a good old chunk of building there. So here we'll see. We can now make a wagon. Naveem is just going to build the wagon, and then once the wagon is built, Naveem's going to get out there and start moving stuff around to where it needs to be, which is really good stuff. Over here we've got Brahman making some arrows. I think arrows to bows is probably we need a few arrows to each bow probably. So because like I said, we can sell the bows, but I don't think these folks need them too regularly. So okay, they're going to get started there. Does it actually say items produced actually nothing but producing archery items? That's cool. Let's hope that they're just arrows and they get out to the people who need them. Alright, over here, how's the poop doing? Poop is at 18%. Poop at 18%. We are yet to reach full poopage. Alright, we've got houses over here. So I did want to look at the making some of the houses look pretty. I don't love the idea of doing that in the cold because I don't think it's going to show us greatly what it looks like, but it is what it is. So we can start to build a couple of these now. The main thing these cost is gold, honestly, but they generate a decent level of desirability. Like the big ones are these parks, but they're huge spaces, so we're probably not going to be able to build too many of them, but the small park we might be able to squeeze, maybe not. No. So it's going to be the... Is it that one? Small garden? Is there a medium garden? Medium garden, that's a 2x2. There we go. This is the one we want. And to be honest with you, this is the one I kind of love because these just look like additions to the homes. So we'll put that there. That will most likely cut that tree down. I really like these little gardens. I think they're very cute. They're just in between the houses there. So all of these need to be the small ones. Small gardens, but the good thing is they just kind of fit in here, and there's a few different types of them, and they all just go down and fill in the gaps. There's this little long one that's really quite sweet. Will that go there, will it? It might make the road look a bit messy, but we can neaten that up afterwards. Let's turn this way and go there. Settlement requires additional housing, I'm sure it does, but I'm hoping... medium garden, so another medium garden up here. There we go. So we might not have all the gold for that, but we'll see. And as you'll see now, it's as they come in, they cut down the trees, just opens the space up, levels the thing out, and we start to get the look at this. Oh my god, it even clips where the road is. That's so good. We just start to get these lovely little rocky outcrops. There's a few crops in there. There's a few herbs in there, and it just really starts to flesh out the whole area, I think. And I really love them. I really love them. And they increase the desirability of everything as well, which I think was F, no, G. There we go. So at the moment, none of these are particularly where we want them to be. We need this to be, if this gets to 30%, we'll be able to see what our first sort of proper house looks like. The other thing we might have to do is actually move this house and open this space up for a more central plot. So if we look at the school, for instance, let's have a look. And amenities. Or healer's house, school. Yeah, we could just get a school in there, and look how it increases the desirability of all of those houses, doing exactly what we need to do. So basically, that's what we have to do, is where that central house is, we actually have to look at pushing that out a little, and instead replacing it with something that's just going to increase the desirability of the whole area. We don't actually lose this house, but we just kind of get it ready for where it needs to be. Is this going to be a slope problem? No. A building problem? What have we got? Oh, there is a house tucked right back there, look. And that's stuck to a building as well. What building is over there? Ah, the well. Ah, no, that is something we can move. So let's just cancel that. Oh, man. Whose idea was it to build in the forest? I know it was mine, but shush. Let's move this well. Yeah, that seems like a good spot. Then we'll try again to move this house, and we might not be able to do this until the well is moved, but yeah, obstructed by building. Okay, well hopefully, there we go, this chap over there is moving the well as we speak. And we can put that house in there, perfect. And then as that one gets moved, we can either do a healer's house, which, you know, seems quite important. We don't really currently have anyone healed. The problem with the healer's house is it requires a chunk of gold monthly. It has a monthly cost of 25 gold, and we're just not generating that right now. Whereas the school has a one-off cost of 150, which we haven't got right now, but we will. But it is a one-off cost. So perhaps the healer house is the way to go about it, and perhaps the fix to that is to have a trading post, which we'll look at in a moment. But first of all, the game is telling me we have raiders incoming. The village is being raided. Can we see where that is? Yes, here they come. So we will... I'm not going to get everyone in the garrison. I feel like everyone's probably at the point where it's time they can join in. Where are you, folks? But we'll let you come down here. Okay, and now we will start to attack. There we go. And this should go pretty well in our favour, I think. We're losing a couple. I don't know whether they're us or them, but I don't mind losing a few people, honestly. We can cope, right? We can cope with a few losses. But I do think it is the point where maybe a couple of guard towers probably isn't a terrible idea, because, yeah, these things are getting pretty bad. Why on earth did our thing not shoot anything? I'm pretty sure that was meant to. Do our hunters finish these two off? 9 villagers died. Okay, maybe that was a terrible idea then. That was probably more than we thought it was going to be. Is this hunter... Who are you? Oh, you're the last of the raiders, eh? Well, is this Gemma? Yeah, Gemma the hunter is gonna scare them off. Probably won't keep up, so we'll say don't worry about it, Gemma. You did good. Okay, too many bodies. In that case, these raids are getting a little too high. What's this? Oh, that's somebody who's very, very sick. Well. Yeah, maybe the healer's house is the way to go. When I've had these in the past, like the regular guys have just been able to pale into them, but also this thing has been shooting arrows at people, and it just isn't at the moment. So I don't really understand that. Clothes were still super low on. I just don't understand There's a load of coats sat in here, so why aren't people wearing them? Yeah, I'm not sure about that, unless we just don't have them stored for some reason. Would they be in here? Usable items? Yeah, usable items, coats. Like, they should be getting moved to there. For some reason, they're not. Here, waiting for a task. Just, yeah, happy not to do anything. Alright. I mean, a task would be to clean up some dead bodies, to be honest with you. That is something they are doing, so that's fine. Villagers raided. Raiders killed 6 of 8. But they got nothing. Okay. So, I think the next thing we want to do then, even though we have started focusing on prettying up this place, I do think maybe some sort of early defenses is maybe in order. And I think we need the healer's house. I would love that to be the school. I think that would be just a good spot for it. So, do we instead maybe look at... that says it's only obstructed by the building, so if we could move this house... Let's see if we can just spread these out just a touch. Slope too steep, but there is okay. What about... Yeah, okay. So you go there, and we'll quickly move that. If we can get the healer's hut and the school in, I'd be really happy actually about this little village area. We probably have to move this garden, but that's okay. We could probably put that in there. Okay. We're going to be low on labourers for a little while, unfortunately. Yeah, we have one single labourer, which is going to be the way until we start getting some more people coming in. But it did say if we build a school, they will come. So, whilst it might take a little while, the school is going to help. I just love these. I love how they sort of work their way into the ground. I love how they just start to join the little houses up. Look at this. They've got some sunflowers growing. It's just fantastic. I'm a big fan of it. 2 villagers born. That's good. Get old enough to work, please. Let's go. Okay, who is on this job? Oh, they're clearing out some wood. Okay, well, that's fine. There's 3 people working it, to be fair, so that's pretty good. Alright, so yeah, we're going to do school here, healer's house here, give the people what they want, and then we definitely need to do the trading post because we're not going to be able to afford the healer's house without it. Okay, slight change of plan. Turns out we need a lot more cash than we had, which is fine. We're out of planks, they'll just keep working on that, not a problem. But these aren't being built until we have gold, and we currently are getting 8 gold a month from taxes. So we need to start coming up with some sort of revenue stream. So the way we're going to do that is by building a trade post here in the town centre. It's a bigger building, I know that much, but I just want to see actually how big it is before we look at building it out. So it's 4 by 5. So actually 4 like there would be good for it, I think. So it means we do need to move both of these buildings. I don't mind that. It just, takes a little minute to do, but otherwise that's okay. We'll move that, and we'll move this one to here across from the well. Okay. Yeah, let's do that across the well. So man hours is something we do have, so that should be pretty swift. So moving those around, that should be relatively swift. And then we'll get these two, we'll get the trading post finished, and then with the revenue, and then once the trading post has come, we'll start looking at generating some revenue to finish these 2 off. Alright, cool. Okay, the trading post is up and running, and we actually have 2 traders here. So we're going to take a quick look at those. Also, spot the deliberate mistake. These buildings also need clay. So even though we're slowly getting the gold, we're actually way off on the clay. Now, the closest clay deposit we have is all the way out here. It's slowly going to get built, and then once that clay deposit is built, these wagons will actually kick in and start moving clay around. So for now, at least, we're just going to let that happen. While that's happening, though, we'll take a look at these. This is a bit of a... I mean, look at that. I'm just going to turn that off. Okay, this is what I want to look at. Alright, so we'll pause for a moment. We'll see how this works, because this is actually quite convoluted. Makes sense once you've got your head around it, but basically we need gold in here to buy things. We can buy things, we can sell things, and this here is the middle bit here. So this is the stuff we have. All right, so these numbers are what we have. These numbers here are what they have. If there's an arrow this way, it means they're buying them. If there's an arrow that way, it means they're selling them. If there's an arrow both ways, it means they're buying or selling. They're just trading. So, first of all, we have Atka of the Iron Clan. She's here for 50 days. It's not long. It feels like long. She's buying baskets, soap, candles, pottery, beer, and wooden planks, of which we have 4 wooden planks. So that's not really very good. She's selling fish, tools, weapons, iron, heavy tools, and iron ore and coal. So this is she's like a ironmonger and makes weapons and tools and things. So at the moment she's kind of useless to us because she doesn't want to buy anything that we have, and everything that she doesn't want to buy we don't have. I would happily sell her fish, but she doesn't want any. So that is what it is. The only thing really here we could do baskets, and she's buying them at a good rate as well. So unfortunately we don't have baskets right now. We can get baskets though. Trader 2, also, wow, everything we're producing he just doesn't want. Linen, or everything he wants we're just not producing. So bricks, beer, iron, pottery, baskets, and linen clothes as opposed to hide clothes. Maybe that's the problem with the clothes. Maybe they want linen clothing as well as... some villages are forced to wear worn-out clothes. Clothing keeps your villages warm in the winter months and comfortable while working in the summer months. If your villagers are unhappy about their wardrobe, try providing leather coats and linen. There we go. I didn't even realise that was a thing. Oh well, the trading post has told us something. It's that we need linen coats. Okay, so we have... so neither of those are any use to us right now, but it does tell us that we could start working on some... productionable and actionable items here to be able to sell, and I think baskets is probably a great one to start with because they're both useful and will sell. So basket shop, it requires a herb that I don't think we're grabbing right now. Is it wheat or wicker or something like that? Wicker probably makes the most sense, doesn't it? But I don't think it has a negative desirability factor to it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't, which means it can go in down here quite nicely in our little what does it look like? It's got a little, yeah, I think it goes that way quite nice. Okay, so that can go there, and that gives somebody a job. It gives us baskets, which are basically all the people will grab a basket, and it just means they can carry a little bit more themselves personally, which is perfect. We're still low on wooden planks, again, just because we're using so much of it. We've actually upped this up to 4 people right now, so they'll be able to get really on top of wooden planks and gold, as we know. At the moment, we're not really cutting it. So what was the other stuff? Is there something here that's easy enough for us to make? Linen clothes, definitely. Pottery, we have got clay starting there, so that's good. Iron, we're a way off from. Beer and bricks, we're a way off from as well. Candles, we maybe could do candles soon. We need honey, the bees for that, I think. They want baskets as well. I think baskets and linen clothes is definitely one to look at. So, linen clothing then, let's have a look at that. Basket shop Fletcher we have now. We have a cobbler's store. We have a tannery. So we have everything from level 1. So now we're going to tier 2. We have a work camp. That is just it gives somebody the job of always cutting trees down and only cutting down full-size trees, basically. We have a stable. We're a little bit off that for the moment because we have to buy the horse to start that, and it's pretty expensive. Clay pit, we've just put one in over there. Iron mine, gold mine. Coal mine, we haven't seen any of those. Sand pit, we could get a sand pit going. That's a deep sand deposit, but I'm sure I saw a regular sand deposit somewhere. There, sand pit, so we could get a sand pit going soon. I think that might be used for bricks, or maybe glass would make more sense. Apiary, there we go, so we need that to be a crop field before we can start getting honey. But I think that might be how we make candles as well. Potter building, so we can build a potter. Workshop where potters shape wet clay, which is then fired in to make pottery. I don't know what the pottery does other than being a thing we can sell, but that's fine. Weaver building, here we go. Requires some sort of cotton. A weaver uses flax to produce linen clothing that helps villagers work outside and survive longer in cold weather. So flax is a crop. I'm not quite ready for doing crops yet. There we go, candles, yeah. Uses the apiary's honey, and that uses tallow and herbs, soap, to make soap. Villagers can clean and prevent spread disease. So that one actually maybe isn't a terrible idea. Soap, because we actually have firewood coming out of our boobies. We have quite a bit of tallow, I think, as well, because tallow is an offshoot of the crops. Let's have a look. Is it stored here in the cold storage, tallow? Or is it not? Is it stored over here? We have 60 tallow. And I don't think we do anything else with it. So linen clothing we can't quite do just yet. But actually candles could be the soap, sorry, could be the one. And then herbs. Do we have herbs coming in? Again, I don't know whether they're classed as their raw materials herbs. So currently no herbs. Herbs will be collected from a forager shack. I guess a forager currently just doesn't hit any. Okay, well that is what it is. What have we got here? A patch of herbs down there. Blueberry bush. Blueberry. Is it blueberries that we can move? I thought blueberries were the ones we can move. Hawthorn. Maybe that's gone away now. Maybe that was in an earlier version of the game. I don't know. Okay. So there's one little herb down there. What about over here? Greens and hawthorn. Eggs. Hazelnut. Greens. Hawthorn. Sand. Hazelnut. Hawthorn. A lot of hawthorn. Birds. Oh, there's shoulderfish. Blueberry. Yep, I guess our option then is another forager's hut here by the fisheries. A forager shack here. I'm happy to put it there up against the other buildings, and then we will have that coming just down here to get those herbs. It isn't going to get anything else, but it will get the willow as well, actually, which is neat, because that'll get the willow we need for the baskets. So basically, this forager shack down here is providing us with sustenance. It is providing us with food, but this forager shack is actually an industrial forager shack and is getting us herbs and willow bush and nothing else. Maybe some eggs and some blueberry bushes when the time is right, if they've got nothing else to do. So fine with that. We'll come in here. We'll move this. I suppose we can let it have those nuts as well. So it gets nuts, it gets blueberries, willow, herbs. Okay. Good stuff. Hopefully that will happen and start looking good. The travelling merchant has arrived. Yes, we know they're both there. That's fine. Now I know what that looks like. I won't have to worry about it. Units storage is full, making arrows. I mean, yeah, that seems accurate because, you know, 2 hunters' huts currently are just using the arrows, but we are going to look at getting... Oh, maybe that's why this thing wasn't shooting arrows. I bet it didn't have any. I wonder if that information is stored anywhere or it just has to have arrows to get them, but yeah. 11 out of 22 residences are stocked with water. Villages require a certain amount of water each month to survive. I mean, that's not great. Do we need to get another well going? I'm not a huge fan when games require a bajillion wells, if I'm completely honest with you. But kind of makes sense. What? I forget even what houses were under. Resources? Well, there we go. Because we have one over here. It is serving all of them. And then that one over there is serving half of them as well. We should not need another well. No idea why that's a thing. Cobblers are making shoes. Good stuff. Right. So how's this clay pit coming on? I bet very slow and steady. Oh, it is now built. And there are 2 people working there. That's good. So, with that in mind, we need to get a path down to here. So, let's get that sorted. Roads and fencing path. Because we'll probably end up with another couple of fisheries over here as well. For now, what's the best way to do this? Is it to come to here? Or is it to come past the poop? I think I'd rather not come past the poop, if I'm completely honest. So let's try there. And then there. There we go. And then we have a nice little sort of fork here. Building is on fire. Should be okay. Yeah, there we go. It's already been put out. Good stuff, gang. Year 11 without farms is kind of crazy. I'm actually quite surprised. I had farms up and running in year 3 or something last time, but I feel at the moment we don't need them. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay without them. So let's see. Basket shop. We're low on labourers. I mean, that is fair because we are opening just more and more businesses, but it is what it is. We have a basket shop. We have a house here. What's the desirability of this? So we have actually hit the desirability, but it doesn't have herbs or a second food type. I mean, that second food type seems curious. Because we have lots of different foods. But herbs make sense because we're only just starting to pick them, right? Patch of herbs. There's 37 herbs there. What is it you're doing? Oh, that's a fishing hut. What is it you're doing? Foraging herbs. I mean, you're taking your sweet time about it, but that's good. Okay. This path is getting put in. Do we have a wagon actually moving around now, waiting for task? No, still waiting for task. I don't know if that's bugged or 3 pieces of clay in there, but they're in it, right? Yeah, they're down there. They're doing what they do. Okay. 4, and they produced 14. Okay. Well, there we go. New merchant. Let's check them out. Not feeling promising after the last one, to be honest with you, but they want to buy herbs, and we have that many. But they're also selling herbs at a fairly standard price. We have 3 weapons, and they're buying them for 76. We actually don't need the gold. We must have generated enough gold there for those. So right now I'm not too worried about selling weapons. I think I'd rather keep them. I'm tempted to buy some herbs just to get candles on the go. Is he selling any of the raw? They don't usually sell like the raw flax and what have you. Oh, they do have them down here. Look, beans and willow and stuff. So, but right now, okay, we don't necessarily need to worry about you, but that's fine. It's there and it's an option, and now we're just waiting on the clay, so that's good. I have absolutely no idea how long this video is going to be because I broke a few times, but we got all those herbs, and now we're out. So that's it. That's all the herbs we're getting. So maybe we do just buy some herbs then. We have 7 gold. So oh wow, they're really expensive. We can't even buy 2 herbs. So cheers, pal. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, here were your expensive herbs. I meant to be selling you expensive herbs, not the other way around. That's not how this works. Clay continues to get worked on. Let's have a look. There's now 7 in there. Good. So it is getting moved. I'm going to guess this guy's taking some. Can I click him? Build site stocking. He's carrying a single clay. So why are you not doing anything then? Do I have to actually like actively tell you to go and do stuff? Like I can't right click on the... Oh, I can moving to destination, but I'm actually... It's not moving you to the clay pits, is it? That's just... You're just going there on your own. I'm not quite sure what the wagon does. Answers on a postcard, please, as to what the actual wagon does. That would be helpful. How full's this? 18 of 96. My goodness. And so 19 of 96. Another merchant. Let's have a look. This guy. Who's this? Belladar the Peddler. He is buying hide coats at a really great price. I mean, if we're not going to sell him luxury leather goods, I don't know who we are. He's actually buying stone at a low price. Is he selling anything? He's selling... What's that? Oh, he's selling clay. Do we just buy a chunk of clay? Do we trade some hides for clay? That might be an idea. Let's go... Oh, we have to move them, right? How do we do that? Transfer items. Okay. Let's move 10 coats. And that'll give us 200 gold to spend. And we most likely will just buy a load of clay, right? Oh, we can sell some boots as well. Let's do 10 sets of boots. Yeah, and do you know what we might do actually? We can turn the keep in stock on these. Because we have a good supply of these, so basically this will make it so that there's always 10 here to sell. So you can really start to, make sure you've always got a good supply. Because there are, 54 days, that goes quick. 53, 52, like it's seconds if you're playing at full speed. So having stuff there is good. So now we should be able to sell. There we go, and that puts us 200 gold. And this gold here is separate to the gold up here. This is 200 in the trading post. So if we are having to move gold over for the huts and whatever, we are gonna have to worry about that. Oh, he's actually buying boots at a lower price. I'm still gonna do it though. It's fine. We've got a lot of these things, and we could do with shifting some of them. But he's selling clay, right, at a very low price. So we'll buy. Let's buy, how much gold do we have? 270. Let's buy, can we just type a number in somewhere? Buy 10? 10 is 30, so we can buy 50. Buy and then transfer, and it goes straight to storage. And then we'll transfer this gold out to town storage as well, because we are going to need it for making sure that the healer's hut stays going. Now, we should have a good chunk of clay going up to these now. It'll take a short while as these... look! Yes! Tyria driving the wagon. She's dragging a wagon. It's doing stuff. What's it doing? Parking. What did it... That was it. It moved goods from the trading post to there. That was what it did. Cool. Great. Well worth it, wasn't it? But now is there clay here? I assumed that she would move stuff from farther out places. He's carrying 17 clay. Okay, that's good. So at least these wagons are pretty good. That's good. That's going to get built. That's the healer's hut. We love to see it. What's that? Our labourers are getting low, so we are going to have to upgrade our houses, build some more houses. But having these built now will also massively increase the desirability of these houses too. So let's have a look. Desirability. Look, 44, 38, 35, 38, 40, 41, 30. A little plant there will make that one. And what's going to happen is all of these now, as they get a second food type, which, why don't they have a second food type? There's so much food here. Do we need to up the... We need to up the staff here to actually get them out doing stuff, moving. Look, eggs, smoked meat, greens. There's so much food. There we go. It's happening. As they get the second food type, these are getting upgraded. It just happens instantly. But now they are much nicer, much fancier houses. It's like, this lady just needs to deliver a steak here. That's it. Please. Please bring this house food. Here it comes. Boom. Oh, we've got eggs. Let's rebuild the house. But the good thing is here, these all now allow for a 5th person. So even without having to build any more houses, just this little area will then suddenly start to allow our, just a little bit, but just enough to take the edge off. We need to fill this spot. Education basic, sure. Yeah. Basic education, confirm. Alright, so that's took the job from somewhere else, but we now have a school, and that's just massively increased our livability here in the space now. It's so good. And look at this lovely little town we've got going on. A beautiful autumnal trees coming in. I mean, you just love to see it. What we'll do then is plan the next stage of this town, which is actually going to be a road down here. So we can actually see what's going on down there. And then really we need to clear out this group of trees here. So let's harvest trees. Boop. And they might start on that. Yes, here they come. They're going to come running over, they're going to clear that set of trees out, and we'll have somewhere nice to build. But for now, at least, we have a trading post, we have a school and a healer's hut, and we have some lovely big old houses. Who didn't upgrade? Who's the one that's at 29%? Right, you. I insist that you upgrade before we finish this video. So let's go to our decorations. Let's get a garden trail. And let's put it there, because I feel like we might have to move this one to open that way up anyway. So we'll put in a garden trail. I would like you all, ladies and gentlemen, to prioritise this golden trail. And I'm going to put my best staff on it, because this is it. We need this garden to finish the video. There's stuff in here now. There wasn't stuff in here when I took a screenshot for it last episode. I don't think there's much stuff, but there is stuff. Farming, I definitely think, is what we need to look at next, because whilst the number here is fine, we're limited with options, and I think that's the big thing, is we're limited with options. This is absolute key priority. Oak Wren is doing great work. Yes, we definitely need to move this garden here, because this path just wants to go down there, doesn't it? That's okay. We can find somewhere else for that. We can put another 3x3 one in. There's some plazas as well. It doesn't have to be gardens. There's quite a few different little options, actually. Eventually you can open up statues and what have you. But yeah, here, look. The medium plaza, I'll be honest with you, is just a grid of 4 squares of like stone. So I don't highly recommend that one, but there's small bench plazas here with little benches on. They'll just go nice in there. They cost a little bit of gold, but I think they increase desirability a little. Where was it? Small bench plaza? No, it doesn't. It's just a fancy way of filling that space in. But hey, if a game lets you spend your most premium resource on something that looks pretty and does nothing else, then you know I'm into it. Here we go. That garden's gone in, which means this house gets upgraded. Love to see it. It'll get us up to 60 people. Should do, as the winter sets in. Villagers being treated for illnesses. Good. There's 1 of 10 beds occupied. But otherwise, I think... What's this? Food spoilage lost, 15 berries. Well, that is what it is. There we go, look at that lovely little bench there. Come and sit by the twigs that they've planted. And they've all got baskets on the back now as well. Those are the baskets that we made before. So what we can actually do is come here. We now will always have 10 coats and 10 shoes in here, but if we go to smoked meat, like we can just always say that 50 of our smoked meat stays here, ready to sell. What else do we always have a lot of? Smoked fish. I want 50 smoked fish just sat here that at a moment's notice somebody comes along and is buying it for a good rate, I can sell it. Hides, clay, I won't worry about too much. So all raw materials I won't worry about. I mean, tallow we have a lot of it, but I'd like to think we start using that soon. Baskets. Move items. Request this item before. So why can't I move baskets? Because I thought we had baskets. Do we not? Unable to work. We don't have the willow. Okay, well that's fine. It's going to get picked. So baskets-wise, we might just only still have enough to serve the community, but you know, it is what it is. There we go. Right, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if you have, give us a like. It really does help out. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Love you all to bits. Until the next one, be good.